Marcus Aurelius strongly advocated the importance of waking up early every morning, doing so to create a morning routine that maximized every moment lived, so sleep should be a restorative experience. Not a time to surrender to laziness. One morning routine was very important to Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Once he wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, think about what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." In this respect, it is compatible with this Stoic appreciation for life. How can we improve mornings? Think about the temporary nature of life. One of the fundamental pillars of the Stoic philosophy is the deep understanding and acceptance of the temporary nature of everything. Morning before the world begins its cacophony, take a moment to immerse yourself in this reality. Find a quiet corner where you can sit undisturbed. Make sure your posture is relaxed but upright. This is a physical reflection of the balance you aim to achieve between calm and alertness. Close your eyes and visualize the vast expanse of the universe, this cosmic. Imagine stars being born and dying in ballet, spinning in the dance of time. Imagine the world as a tiny dot in this universe. Think of the rise and fall of civilizations. Think of the mountains that stand and the rivers that pave the ways. Now bring your room closer and think of your own life, just a blink in the grand scheme of things. This visualization is not about minimizing absorption. It is about understanding the value and chaos of our existence. Understanding the temporary nature of life serves as a poignant reminder. First, it underlines the value of each day. When we truly understand how fleeting our time is, we tend to prioritize the things that truly matter over trivial distractions and conflicts. Waking up with this mindset will make you prepares you to lead the day with a deeper sense of purpose. At its core, this morning ritual is not about facing mortality with fear, but about embracing the present with love, respect, and action. As Seneca so wisely said, life is long if you know how to use it. So by basing our mornings on this practice, we will ensure that we make each day full of meaning and meaning. We remind us to live with grace. Journal your thoughts rooted in Stoic practice. The act of journaling is not just about recording events, it is an intimate conversation with oneself. It is an act of introspection, grounding, and catharsis. The act of translating thoughts into words on paper can be profoundly transformative. Start by choosing a journal that resonates with you. This can be a simple notebook, a fancy journal, or a digital document. This is your sanctuary, free of judgment and external expectations.
This is where your raw, filtered thoughts come to breathe. Write down the first thoughts that come to mind as you start each morning. These are remnants of dreams, feelings from the previous day, or thoughts about the day ahead. Expectations can be this initial shedding. Sweeping fallen leaves in the yard similarly helps clear mental clutter. Then shift the focus to gratitude. In the grand tapestry of life, it is easy to fall prey to what we don't have or desire, but grit teaches us the value of appreciating the present, whether it is the warmth of a blanket or the smile of a loved one, whether it's the privilege of waking up to a new day. List 3 things you're truly grateful for. Consider gratitude on a Stoic principle. Or reflect on a personal challenge. Ask yourself questions. Am I living in line with my values? Where did I act on impulse rather than logic yesterday? How can I be better today? This is not an exercise in self-criticism. Rather, it is an exercise in self-awareness and growth. Finally, set an intention for the day. Write in your journal a simple affirmation or commitment based on Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It serves as your moral compass that guides your actions and decisions throughout the day. Remember, your journal is a mirror that reflects your inner world. It is a tool, it is a friend, it is a mentor. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, one of the most influential Stoic texts, began as his personal journal. It was his way of reminding himself of Stoic principles, understanding his actions, and coping with the complexities of life. Set daily intentions, not goals. As both goals and intentions guide our path, they do this in fundamentally different ways. Goals are inherently future-oriented, focus on outcomes, achievements, and results provide a destination. Intentions illuminate the journey, they are anchors in the present, deeply rooted in our values and the person we aspire to be. Daily grit, in essence, they emphasize the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot control. Goals are often associated with external outcomes, connection, and can sometimes go beyond our control. Unforeseen obstacles may arise despite our best efforts. But intentions are within our control, they are a daily affirmation of our personal values, a conscious choice of how we want to navigate the world. regardless of external circumstances, what kind of day to live. As you begin your morning after clearing your mind by journaling, think about what you want. Instead of focusing on tasks to be completed, ask yourself this question: who do I plan to be today? Do you think about being patient and embracing each moment as it comes without rushing? Do you think about being compassionate towards both yourself and others, understanding that everyone has their own struggles? Or maybe do you think about being brave, facing challenges head-on, and comfort? You are thinking of stepping outside your field. Write down these intentions. They may seem like the one I talked about today: I will listen a lot, or I will approach conflicts with understanding, or I will find moments of serenity in the midst of chaos. These are not tasks to be ticked off. These are reminders of the character you desire to embody. As Seneca stated, it is not what you endure, but how you endure it. Intentions are our daily compass. In this effort, our reactions direct our decisions and behaviors. They become active choices that shape our day, beyond passive aspirations. By setting daily intentions, you stick to the virtues, not the results. You define success not by what you achieve, but by how you act, react, and how you exist in the world. This is a profound change in perspective, a perfect one with Stoic wisdom. It is adaptable and allows you to have a clear vision of your personal journey despite the unpredictable times of the day. Embrace discomfort. In our modern world, comfort has become an expectation and the benchmark of progress, but the Stoics, in their deep wisdom, recognize that the unquestionable pursuit of comfort can hinder personal growth. They believed in the deliberate infliction of minor inconveniences as a way of ensuring one's preparedness for the future. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once recommended that we will make do with the minimum and cheapest food and coarse clothing. Set aside a certain number of days, during which time say to yourself, if I am afraid. If this is the case, the intention behind this is not to encourage unnecessary suffering but to break the chains of external comforts and remind ourselves of our innate power. Think of small ways to create voluntary discomfort as you start your day. Maybe taking a cold shower to shake you awake and revitalize your senses. This action not only promotes physical alertness but also it acts as a metaphorical baptism, removing your inertia and reminding you of your capacity to endure and thrive. Or perhaps choosing to skip that first cup of coffee, reminding yourself that your willpower and drive come from within, not from external stimuli. Taking 10 minutes to meditate on a past challenge is a reminder of the strength you have demonstrated and the strength you have emerged from it. You may also consider more reflective practices, such as noticing emerging growth or allowing yourself to be present in your environment by choosing to walk or bike instead of driving to work and embracing physical exertion as a testament to your body's abilities. The goal here is twofold. First, today's discomfort actions are like an athlete training the body. It serves as training for the mind and soul. By regularly taking small steps outside of our comfort zones, we prepare ourselves for life's bigger unforeseen challenges. Secondly, they provide perspective. By giving up certain comforts from time to time, we learn to appreciate them more when we have them and realize that they are not the cornerstones of our happiness or satisfaction. Do you empower yourself rather than punish yourself by embracing discomfort? Do you tap into a deeper source of strength? Free yourself from unnecessary addictions and embrace a Stoic sense of freedom that comes from realizing that true happiness is independent of external circumstances. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Although Stoicism and mindfulness come from different cultural roots, ancient Greek for the former and ancient Greek for the latter. The Stoics were deeply attuned to the nature of the present moment. Much of people's suffering comes from either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. For Enos wisely states that people are disturbed not by events, but by the views they hold about them. Here we focus on the importance of our perceptions, and he touched on the power of the present moment. Start your morning with a space designated for mindfulness or meditation. This doesn't mean sitting or chanting mantras unless that's what resonates with you. It's about grounding yourself in the here and now. Find a quiet place and adopt a comfortable posture. Close your eyes and bring your attention inward. Start by simply observing your breathing, feeling the rise and fall of your chest or the feeling of air entering and exiting your nostrils. Your breath, which is always happy, acts as an anchor. When your mind wanders, as it often does, slowly bring your attention back to your breath without judgment. Once you are settled, expand your awareness to the sensations in your body. Put the weight of your body on the chair. Or feel against the floor the warmth of the room, the feel of the fabric against your skin. Notice these sensations without attaching a narrative to them. They simply then slowly move on to observing your thoughts and emotions. Visualize them as leaves floating on a stream or clouds drifting across the sky. Perfect. With the Stoic emphasis on distinguishing between our judgments, take the final moments of the somehow adapts meditation to reflect on a Stoic principle or quote. For example, consider these words from Marcus Aurelius: the universe changes our life is what our thoughts make it. Allow this wisdom to flow into your being to guide your actions and reactions throughout the day. Incorporate mindfulness and meditation into your morning routine. It is more than a soothing hand, it is a Stoic exercise in recognizing and valuing the present, distinguishing between external events and internal reactions, and developing a fortress of mental equanimity against life's uncertainties. Revisit the Stoic teachings. The profound wisdom life encapsulated in the Stoic teachings with grace, endurance, and purpose offers a timeless compass to guide. But these teachings are not words to be read once and forgotten. These are seeds of wisdom that require constant attention to blossom within us and manifest in our daily actions. Do not immerse yourself every morning in the wisdom of the Stoic masters. Make it a ritual. These are the thoughtful introspections of Marcus Aurelius Seneca, be it the illuminating and comforting letters of, or the pragmatic discourses of Epictetus. Instead of simply reading these works as you would any other book, approach them with respect and intention. You can begin by letting chance guide you, by choosing a random passage from a Stoic text or a special Stoic diary. There is a certain magic to this approach, drawing from a book of meditation, and often it leads you to a wisdom that feels uncannily appropriate to your current circumstances or the day ahead. Once you have settled on a passage, take a moment to truly be with it. Read carefully, let each word resonate deep within the essence of each emotion. Absorb your message. How does this wisdom relate to your life? What universal truths does it reflect? After this period of reflection, you may be inspired to jot down your thoughts. Journaling is more than just putting pen to paper. It's a meditative act of translation that transforms the wisdom of the ancients into a personal doctrine. As you write, you may discover new layers of teaching. Maybe you may see it in the light of a recent experience or foresee its relevance to an anticipated event, but fortitude is above all a philosophy of action. Therefore, the true climax of this morning ritual lies in its execution. If today's teaching speaks of the impermanence of life, let it inspire you to appreciate every moment. If you ignore the insignificance of external opinions, use it as a shield against unwarranted criticism or praise. Every Stoic teaching is, at its core, a call to action. An encouragement to infuse your day with virtue and wisdom. If you are lucky enough to share this Stoic journey with friends or a community, discuss these teachings with them and engage in such dialogues. Consider hearing this can increase the depth of your understanding and foster a sense of social growth. In essence, reviewing Stoic teachings every morning is not just a reading exercise, a daily renewal of awareness, intention, and commitment to living with virtue. As the Stoics remind us, the true essence of learning is not just understanding but embodying and living wisdom. Practice amortization. Stoic. In the vast fabric of wisdom lies a golden thread, very deep, but at the same time, it embraces the sun every morning. As we begin a new day, we also encounter the uncertainties of life. Plans may not go well, hopes may fail, or unforeseen difficulties may arise. It is in these moments that the Stoic principle of amor fati calls us on our way. Invites us to not only accept everything that comes up, but to love it with all our hearts. Imagine for a moment the freedom and liberation that this perspective offers. When you encounter difficulties, instead of complaining, you can ask, why is this happening to me? How can I grow from it? In fact, affirm that this is exactly what I needed. This change will bear the weight of the difficulties. Rather, it illuminates the hopeful lessons and the power that emerges from them. Take a few minutes in the morning to practice amor fati, to mentally prepare for the day ahead and reflect on the potential challenges you may face, not as obstacles but as necessary components of your journey, carefully chosen by the universe to develop and define your character.